What's up, everyone? This is episode 35 of Game Player. We're short-handed right now. We're missing a lot of people, but we're gonna just ring it. Let me introduce our panel members. Weep, how are you? What you been playing?
Yeah, I'm good. I have been still playing Dragon Ball 3, and this morning, or I guess night for Nate and Morgan, uh, we played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is it's pretty good. It's really a nostalgia drug, really, because it's very much like the original cartoons.
Nostalgia
So
drug, really.
Sorry about that. Continue.
I just hurt myself.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, if you haven't, yeah, you haven't played it yet, right, Omar?
Yep, I've yet to
Okay.
yet to buy it, so I can play it with you guys.
All right. Well, Talgos is well worth it. If you ever watch the original cartoons, it's gonna be a blast, and it's really fun gameplay wise as well. I'm really glad they stuck with the sprites, right? The aesthetic instead of going full 3D like they did with that I think Turtles in Time remake years ago. That's I guess now lost to history because the game is no longer available on consoles due to the license running out. And I think it was only on PS3 and Xbox 360. So good luck getting that game. But yeah, I mean this one is pretty good. I'm also looking forward to that collection that's coming out. I think later this year. Because I'm really itching to get back to those to the arcade game and Turtles in Time because they're all the good fun.
Gotcha. Weep, how are you? What you been playing? I mean, Innate, how are you? What you been playing?
Yeah,
I still
well,
need to wake up, just like you guys.
no, it's
Well,
all good.
see, that's what you knew that I was always the last one. That's the cube now.
No, well, I mean, obviously, TMNT, playing that, beat that twice so far. Um, and it's a lot of fun, uh, especially with friends. The more people on screen, the more chaos. Um, it's just all over the damn place, but it's a lot of fun.
How many people
Um,
you played it with so far?
we had the most last night, which was 4. So, uh,
Nice.
yeah, it was me, Weeb, Morgan, and Fox.
Did you
Um,
finish it or not yet? Because there are
no,
people that
we beat it.
literally finish it.
Yeah, we beat it twice. So,
Oh,
we,
okay.
yeah. So we beat it last night with Weeb, and then we beat it the first time with 3 people. So,
Oh, wow. Is it so short?
well, no, we was already like 4 stages away from the end. So we just jumped in where he was, and then we beat it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to see everybody's ending. So we all just picked different characters, so we would get different endings. Um, so yeah, so we just basically jumped in and did that. But besides that, I've honestly been back on 13 Sentinels, pretty heavy. So working my
Ooh.
way through all the story characters. So
Let's go.
yeah, that's been like my main refocus right now when I'm not
Gotcha.
when I'm not playing anything else randomly.
How far are you with 13?
I don't really know how to explain that because
Yeah, fair
there's
point.
like all the percentages and characters, and I'm mopping up the battle mode. So
Convoluted.
yeah, I'm like 60% on the battle mode, but then they make you stop and go back through a bunch of the story and then so on and
Yeah.
so forth. So
That could
yep,
have been a little bit better. Also, the battle mode could have been a lot better. The game is literally get carried by a story, not the
Yeah, it
gameplay,
does.
sadly.
It does. But I like the battle mode. It's still strategic. Um, I mean, it could become considerably easier if you really equip your guys with some really powerful stuff. So I'm
It
having fun
actually
with it.
gets harder the more you play it.
Yeah, it's been interesting though. So
Mm. You have yet to unlock the one with the glasses there,
I've unlocked everyone so far.
but
I
you have
just
yet
have
to unlock him at 50. I think it stopped at 25%, and then you go all the way to 100. Okay, you will see, you will see. Have you summoned your sentinels at in the story mode yet?
some of them have them already. The
What I mean by
sentinel.
that, literally, you need to be 100% with the character.
Oh, you mean when they get like the later part and they unlock more of it? Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just when you're gonna get to 100%, you're gonna get goosebumps.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. We have one of our ladies in the house. Morgan, how are you? What you been playing?
I am freaking fantastic. Um,
I was expecting to say to hear freaking tired or something like that.
I am. I am. That was pure sarcasm. I'm exhausted. As the years go by, I'm starting to realize I I can't do them all night gaming sessions like I used to. I'm getting too old for that. Um,
Uh,
We're going to all
Oh,
for this shit.
yeah, I'm getting too old for it.
I
Um,
love it.
playing. I'm sure Nate and Weeb have already said that we played Ninja Turtles last night. That was fun. That was great as always. I really would like to see what it looks like with 6 players on the screen at one time. I'm pretty sure it's complete chaos, but it'll probably be fun. But yeah, I had a really good time with Ninja Turtles. Definitely gonna play it again. I've also been playing Cuphead recently, and that's been kicking my ass. Um, oh, and I recently finally finished Horizon Forbidden West. So,
Ooh!
yeah, I gotta go through the platinum now. So
I know.
yeah,
I was excited. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah.
I know finally, Jesus. But yeah, really good. Loved the ending. Great cliffhanger. Um, but yeah, that's basically what I've been playing.
Gotcha. As for me, I was at a guest at Salty's gaming show. Shout out to him for having me on. Shout out to the crew. Had a lot of fun. Other than that, Ghost asked me if I wanted to play Diablo. I'm like, sure. So I downloaded Diablo. Sadly, I couldn't make it. So I started Diablo. And other than that, I'm like 80%, not 80. I'm literally at the final 2 bosses when it comes to Eterna Noctis, and still having a blast with that game. Also, I want to give a huge, I can't stress this enough, a huge shout out to Alex, the Ubisoft dev, ex Ubisoft dev. He actually helped me with Celeste, with the level that I was having issue with, because the level is janky. So he actually helped me, and I got past that. So shout out to him for that. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, and I'm sitting looking at you guys playing Ninja Turtle and anticipating when I play myself. With that being said, let's start. Uh, Let me say hi to Viper Reap. Sup, hi, Viper Reap. Let's start with our first topic.
And Ghost is here.
Hey, he made it. Sup, Ghost. You somehow forgot about Diablo with me? So, little fun about that. He asked me if I want to play via Diablo. I'm like, yeah, sure, cool. So I downloaded the game, and I actually needed to make my own food, and I was super hungry as fuck. But I'm a team player, so if you wanna play, let's play.
Hmm.
30 minutes in, the game is already downloaded, and no ghost to be seen. So I started playing on my own. See, maybe it's power leveling, so I'm gonna power level. So why the
Hey,
fuck we
Omar,
not? Hmm?
so Ghost ghosted you?
Well,
uh,
I don't know what happened, but apparently it was being power leveled. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna power level on my own. And then I hear nothing from him, and it's like 40 minutes in. I'm like, fuck it, let me make food, eat, and be done with that shit. So I do that, and then still I hear nothing from him. I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna keep playing. The entire night I kept playing what's called Diablo, and I'm like at level 31 something. From level 1.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
all good.
I
You'll be
felt,
ready when he's ready finally though. There he
Hey,
is.
so about that. So I'm jumping out. I re-download Diablo and I jump in and I'm just trying to play the game. And Upper Room is in there, so I jump in with him and I'm like level 1. And so in the 40 minutes that you took, because like last time I saw you were like level 15. I go from level like 1 to level 70 Paragon level 256 in 40 minutes. So I was like, man, I'm
how?
power level. Jump in
Because
with people
because
higher
upper
level.
room is at the end of the damn game.
Ah,
So I knew you
okay.
wouldn't want to do that. So, but then, like, you wanted the Necromancer pack, so I went ahead and got the Necromancer pack. But didn't you buy the game that you already had?
Wait, you audio disappeared. Try again.
Didn't you buy the game that you already had?
Oh, is it cutting off for you guys as well?
Yeah, it
I'm,
was
I'm,
cutting
I'm,
off.
I'm driving. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
give it a minute.
yeah, give you a minute. But I had to put you on blast because, like, I swear, I was smart because most of the time I'm the type of person that waits. So if I had to wait for you before I make my food, I would have not ate. I know myself. I would have literally waited the entire night waiting on you to come through. The last thing I wanted is for you to come through, ask where am I at, and I'm literally making my food or eating.
Well, I'll
So
So
yeah,
definitely
good.
run with you. I'll have to start another character because I got like 2 or 3 characters that are high level in game characters. But now, yeah, that's what happened. I jumped in level 1, and then Upper Room was like, "Hey man, jump in with me," and I was like, "Cool." And he was like, and I was like, "I'm gonna invite Omar," but I know how you play your games, and like you like to methodically go through them, so I knew you
No,
wouldn't be
but
down for power level.
if you told me we're gonna power level, I'm like, sure, let's power level.
Okay, oh
I
well,
can do
that's not
both.
bad.
No, it's okay. I can do both. I just need to just let me know next time what you wanna play, just so I know.
yeah. I was gonna say if you haven't played it at all yet, though, you need
No,
to run through it.
I,
You need
I
to run
have,
through it. No, not you, him.
Well,
If
I
you
played
haven't,
it. I just didn't. I played it on the PS4,
I
and
played it on
I
BF4
didn't.
as well,
I
and I
didn't. I
ran
didn't.
through it.
I didn't carry over in my save data.
Meet me in
mm,
either, and I
okay,
played through it as a witch doctor. So that was a different experience now as a necromancer.
got you.
I really hope they have a different system now, cause I want leveling up to be exciting. And it's no longer exciting because you almost unlock everything early on. It's just a matter of unlocking additional perks.
I think they got a lot of work to do for Diablo 4, so we'll see what happens.
Also, it's fucking weird. They gave me the ability to put any skill on any button, and yet when I tried to do it again, they took it away from me. So I have absolutely no idea what the fuck that is. I need to look that shit up. Also,
I ain't forgot about you. I just been busy my ass off, so
It's all good, bro. I know you
okay,
got tied up.
yeah. Um, Also, Dragon Dogma right now is for $5. If anyone here never played it, in chat never played it, I can't stress this enough. We're gonna cover Dragon Dogma too. I play Dragon Dogma. Amazing game. Amazing game. Also $5, including the DLC. You can't go wrong with that. With that being said, let's start our very first topic, which is going to be the Capcom event. Yo, me, Weeb, and Nate, we sat through that shit. You didn't stream it, it was just a matter of watching it. And holy shit, that shit was boring as fuck.
Man, I actually fell asleep like halfway through. I was like, Jesus. So
You're a team
yeah.
player, so you didn't turn that shit off.
Uh-uh.
You was nice enough to keep it moving. Weeb, how was your experience?
I'll be right back. I'm going through a security checkpoint. One
Okay,
second.
good luck.
Yep.
Weeb, how was your experience with Capcom?
Wouldn't be goes if you didn't go through a security checkpoint during a podcast.
Of course not.
I mean, at some point you need to get used to that shit. He literally says, I'm in the helicopter right now, or I'm in my Ferrari. You just gotta accept ghost is ghosting. We leave it at that.
All that James Bond shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, what is there to say for the Capcom event? It was boring as fuck. I mean, a huge waste of time. I
It
sacrificed
was.
sleep for that. So yeah, I mean, they could have done that in a Twitter post. Seriously.
So, Pramata was not there, sadly. And Exoprimal looks interesting. Wanted to try the beta, but it's on PC only, so I can't do that yet. Anyone here interested in Exoprimal?
Nah, not really. I'm not
Me
I'm not into the team based, overly dependent on like positioning type gameplay. It's the main reason why I don't play something like Overwatch. It never interests me.
Gotcha.
I'm getting serious Earth Defense Force vibes with this game, and a little bit
Oh,
of Ant.
you're gonna laugh. That's what literally Wooly said. Shout out to Wooly Gamer. He literally said the exact same thing, and he loves that game. I never played that game, so I can't comment on it.
Yeah, I mean, I have, I don't know which one, but I have one of them on the PS4. I mean, the thing is, if you have like some sort of phobia for bugs or spiders, yeah, don't play it.
Gotcha. Morgan, you seen that Capcom event?
I did not watch the whole thing, but I did tune into Personas and Jay Barry's stream, like the last 15 minutes. Watching that
Oh,
man get so upset at this stream was the funniest shit. Like
oh.
he was like,
Which
this is a
one,
waste
Bari or
of time.
Persona? I
Oh,
believe it's
Persona.
Persona,
Yeah. You know,
yeah,
Jay Bar was
Bari.
trying to calm me down. He was like, nah, bro, I'm deleting this off the channel. This is a waste of a stream. What the hell is this? Where's Pragmata? What the hell? Capcom, you
Oh,
wasting my time. You keep talking about stuff we've already seen. Why you keep showing Resident Evil? We've seen this 17 million times. Like, why are you wasting precious minutes on this damn game? It was funny. It was funny. I
oh
was
my
like, he was having
god,
a
I
mental breakdown
can't.
for sure. Shout out to
I
Persona.
I remember hearing him when come to the fucking Summerfest. That was
Mm-hmm.
abysmal.
Like,
That's
you
when
know,
he
he
lost
needs
his
his time
shit.
wasted.
Yeah. So this is why I really wish we could do almost like a double teamwork because I want to watch their show while at the same time do my own show. So
Yeah.
I want to hear them lose their. Also, Barry have a way of hiding his true feelings while Persona goes in.
Oh yeah, Persona just lets it all out. Like he'll just tell you, like, this is dog shit.
Oh
But
yeah.
Here's an
yeah, best
idea. Maybe next time we're just doing a podcast about their podcast.
Oh, that's a good one.
review of their podcast. Oh man. Oh Jesus. But yeah, I'm just glad that I wasn't particularly looking forward to the show. Like I didn't have any like dog in the fight. I was just kind of just watching and watch. So it wasn't too bad for me, but it was entertaining. Definitely watching Persona flip out about it though.
Gotcha. What about the announcement for that Resident Evil, the DLC, and the
That was
third
cool though.
person
Third
mode?
person. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see that coming personally.
Apparently, the fan base asked for it, and they delivered. And apparently, the next Resident Evil is not going to be first person. It's going to be third person.
Somebody's about to be
Yeah,
really upset about that.
yeah. I mean, I prefer the third anyway. The whole first person thing was,
It's a little too
Yeah.
scary for me. Like I think I probably could play the game if it was in third person. You know, I could see now.
Al-
It was
Also,
behind me and there's
Also, it's weird that Village is getting an DLC, but 7 is
the
not.
road DLC or whatever.
Yeah, no, that looks
I thought
interesting.
Seven already got DLC though, right?
No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about third person mode
Oh, okay. Yeah.
in
Oh,
7.
okay. I'm about to say
That
yeah,
what I
Seven got
mean.
DLC already. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I am on behind when it comes to Resident Evil. Last time I played was the dog shit one that's called 6. I need to
Man.
to erase it from my brain. I I'm definitely going to play 7. I wanna experience it, see how it is. I know the legend how
Play it in
legendary.
played in VR.
Lady, I'm gonna throw you from here all the way where I can't see you. I can't already. I'm already contemplating how to play it first person, and you want me to play it in VR.
Yeah, you know you got to get that immersion. You know.
Is this April Fool's? Is this April Fool's joke for you? April
You
Fool's
got
Day?
this. I'll be behind you cheering you on. Like, yeah, go Omar. You got this.
Yeah.
she's so full of shit. It'd be right behind you.
Ladies first.
See, have you tested it for me, Omar?
Ladies first. Yeah,
Oh, man.
precisely.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, the missing of Pragmata is concerning for me. I'm like, where the fuck is that game? What's happening with that game? Also, the announcement of an announcement for Dragon Dogma, that was blue ball like a motherfucker. So that genuinely pissed me the fuck off. Because I was really hyped for that Dragon Dogma D2 game. And yeah, it never came. Then we go to the next showcase, which was the 7th remake, the Square Enix one.
One of the best showcases.
Congratulations, PC dude. Well, especially what's called Steam dude. You're getting 7 remake. You gonna play it, NA, again?
Nah. If I'm playing it, it's on PlayStation. Period.
You
I'm
don't care that much about double dipping?
Nah. I haven't double dipped a single game.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Gotcha. You're a weird PC dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you about to get kicked out of the PC community talking like that.
If you
See-
keep talking like
see,
that,
I'm
you
the
might
one
need.
I'm the one that lets them in. You see
Oh
what I'm
damn!
saying?
He said he at the gate.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Yep.
been PC gaming before half these dudes was alive.
Oh,
so
shit.
yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
you might have get your PC gaming license revoked the way you're acting.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they announced Crisis Core? Shout out to the snitch. He came through. He was
Hell yeah.
legit.
He has not been wrong once.
Finally, a respectful leaker
Right?
that is
He's the only one I trust
neutral
now.
and that keeps it and that
What
is
he said-
legit.
Exactly. What he says is just word. Like I'm just gonna take it as facts. Like if he next time he says something, like yeah, okay, that's happening.
In case you've been living under the rock, there is a dude by the name of the Snitch. He predicted what was going to be showcased at the PlayStation event, word for word, and it turned out to be true. Then he predicted what's gonna showcase at the Bethesda showcase, and turned out to be true. And he predicted what's gonna happen at. He actually said, prepare for Crisis Core remaster or remake for all platforms. And turned out he was correct. So Morgan, I'll start with you. Are you hyped
Yeah, I
for
just need him
Crisis Core?
to, I need him to tell me when Ragnarok's coming out, and I'll just take his word for it. But yeah, that whole Square Enix 10-minute showcase was. I'm trying to figure out how that 10 minutes was better than people hour-long showcases. Like it was one of the best of the year, just jam-packed with news and gaming information, just back to back. It was really well done. Shout out to Square Enix. Fortunately, our fellow Xbox friends have to take an L once again because
We're gonna talk about it, but are you hyped for Crisis Core?
the game's about to come out everywhere but Xbox, but it's okay. But yeah, it was a really good showcase. The part 2 coming out next winter, they said, so that's cool. I gotta finish part 1. I'm like halfway through, so I have to go back and finish that. And then they confirmed it was 3 parts, so the third one, who knows when that's coming out, but yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed the showcase. So I
Have you
think
ever played Crisis Core?
no, I haven't not played.
Oh,
And Nate said I because he said if you like Kingdom Hearts, you might like Crisis Core. So
are you going
like,
to play it?
I might try it out. Do you recommend it, Omar?
Yeah. If you into the Final Fantasy VII lore, yeah, absolutely.
And this is a prequel, right?
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Weeb, Crisis Core, you hype or no?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play it. I didn't play it before since I didn't own a PSP, but yeah, it looks interesting. So yeah, and it's a one showcase that I decided to skip because I figured it's gonna be boring, and then they
Same.
actually banger announcements.
How? Hold up. How did you expect it's going to be boring when they literally
I thought it was
hyped
gonna
it
be
up
10
the
minutes of
wazoo?
I mean,
work.
we've been through the Capcom show, so
Fine, you win, that's fair. But they literally said for streamers to be prepared. They almost pulled it. Like they had the higher level up streamers, like for example Unareska and stuff like that. They told her to be prepared. You're not gonna literally hype up your show and it's an anniversary only to shit the bed.
I mean,
So
I'm used to Phil Spencer hyping up Xbox shows, and then they
forget
turn.
about that. But I'm literally talking about. Okay, did you watch it then later, or how did you watch it? Did you find out later?
I watched. Yeah, I found out on Twitter, and I watched the trailers on YouTube.
Okay. So, gotcha. Excited for part 2, I assume?
Yeah, I liked part 1. Probably not as much as certain people who I shall not name on social media, but yeah, I thought it was a solid game, and yeah, looking forward to what they're going to do with part two, and yeah, they do seem to sort of imply that you also have to be ready that they're gonna make changes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be directly like just the definitive version of 7 is going to be essentially something that can exist next to it. So yeah, I'm kind of wonder if they're really going to do the thing that everybody thinking they're going to do. We'll have to
Hey,
wait and see.
I'm on your side on that one. I can't wait. An 8.
Yeah, it will be interesting if they did, but we'll see.
I feel you. What do you want to say, Morgan?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought I heard you say something too.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
shit.
too. I had to say, yeah.
Oh, okay.
An 8. Crisis Core. What's your thought?
Yeah. I beat it on PSP, so yeah. I mean, the game, the remaster or whatever, it looks great. I'm hella excited for it. Pick it up day one. Unlike Xbox fans who don't buy games. Mm-hmm.
Damn, he went there. Oh,
I
wow.
did. I did, because fuck
Oh,
them.
man.
Sick
Oh,
of
gee.
them.
Oh, sir, I'm
Mm-hmm.
Xboxing back. I can't have you talking about people like that, please.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
To be
revoke.
fair, there are few people that are gonna buy it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, a bunch of them are going to buy it. They just talking a lot of bullshit, just the same way they're assuming, PlayStation paid for exclusivity, yet none of these people have provided proof of monetary exchange between PlayStation and Square Enix to this day. So they're just making a bunch of assumptions, a lot like they assumed.
Yo,
That
I
bag of Xbox though. I don't
Mm-hmm.
yo
Mm-hmm.
talking about fucking on something I couldn't. I was playing Tatana Noctis. I'm at the boss. Oh no, I was actually going through the map, getting collectible and stuff like that. So I missed out on Luca Scum on 1. So I put that shit, and clearly Luca is not best in the Final Fantasy franchise, and she said it. So she had Hades come in there and make assumption after assumption after assumption after assumption, and he delivered it in such a way it's almost like it's fact. Only for a minute or 10 or 5, I don't need to be corrected on that front. Later, to have what's called someone else that came through and corrected him on every single aspect. Like, this dude was saying some of the wildest shit. Like, for example, why should why should Square Enix keep Xbox? They're already making their money on PlayStation. They don't need that money on Xbox. Yeah. Viper Reap, you corrected him. It was you. It was, I forgot who it was. It was also Kinkiso. He did his thing. You did your thing. I read that. I listened to it, and but the problem is, the correction came almost like too late. It's like he kept saying this outlandish shit, and there was nobody to correct him. It's like, dude, you're saying everything like it's true when it's not. When you're making assumption after assumption after assumption, it's actually, I almost wanted to turn it off. Because I'm not used to Luca's show be like this. And Luca is not wet in all of this. She tried to come, when she came back, she tried to combat what he said. But then someone stepped in with knowledge. That was a rough one. But it was entertaining to see where their mindset is. I'm talking about someone like Hades, where clearly he is bitter, and not about double standard. He literally said it perfectly. Because he is not able of buying a PlayStation 5 because he can't find one. He have an issue with the whole entire ordeal. However, if he did not, if he had one, that he would not have an issue with that ordeal.
So this is a personal problem for him then.
So basically,
That's,
you're biased, which is again a good thing.
it's
But
not even that hard to find a PS5. Like if you really want one, like
I don't know
Jesus.
who was it, but someone called him out on it. He literally said, if you go on that day, you're gonna have one, and you're gonna be able to buy one from the
Yeah,
store.
they had like store drops at GameStop like a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have definitely gotten one.
He's just
I mean,
making up excuses now.
yeah. They
So
said that anyone that doesn't have one at this point, you don't want it bad enough. You're not paying attention. You have no one on notification.
Right. I
Like,
get notifications all the time of PlayStation 5 drops. Like,
yeah,
I have seen multiple people posting picture on Twitter that they got one. They got one.
hmm
It's like,
yeah.
if you do your best, you're gonna find one. But it's also funny how all of the sudden it's okay as long as I have a PlayStation 5.
so
Interesting how that
should we
works.
be upset? Like, if I couldn't find like a Series X and I wanted to play Starfield, like I should be upset. Like that's not fair. They put it
I think
exclusively on
Forte
that
corrected
console.
him. I think Forte corrected him, but I was not sure. I didn't.
Forte should have because he a damn uh
But
a
the
store
problem
manager.
is he was the only one talking. Luca went away. And he went
Oh,
and he was making assumption after assumption. Even when Luca was there, she tried to correct him, but she didn't have enough information. So a few things he said. He said that back in the heyday, PlayStation used to get exclusive without the need to pay for it. That's assumption number one. Assumption number two, from Square, by the way. Back in the heyday, according to him, to Hades, Final Fantasy being on PlayStation, it was not cheap to get it. Apparently, it cost him an arm and a leg. And
again, is he
assumption.
providing documents? Because I'm literally going back and forth with people. I asked for one item of proof that PlayStation paid for the exclusivity, and all I get is a bunch of people assuming and no one providing a single shred of proof. How could they not have paid for it? You don't know what they exchanged for it. They like, for all I know, Square Enix could owe them motherfuckers a favor, and they cashed in.
They did say
Like,
they asked, so
yeah, like no one said, like, no one has any proof of monetary exchange between the two companies. That's my point.
No one. And it's wild that this was type of misinformation was being spread on Lucas show out of all people.
Yeah, shit's wild.
Luckily, you had Fortea and some of Viper Rim and King Kiso correct them, and including Luca. But it was. I'm like, I literally wanted to jump in, but I forgot that this is recorded. I was like,
wait, this is
I was
live.
like, the shit that that shit. Yeah. I remember you saying it, Viper Reef. You said everything that he was saying is just based on assumption. If you can provide me with a link or a document, then we would be able to get away from there. But he didn't. He never did. And turned out, yeah, no. Not only all of it was an assumption, the amount of, not to say double standard, but more like, he made it like the wildest thing was for me was when he said Xbox game doesn't need to sell on Xbox because Square Enix already made their money on PlayStation. Like, Viper, did he not say that? Like, to me that was so wild. Like, You admitted that Xbox fanbase don't support the games that much, yet you want them to be put on Xbox because reason.
I'm just trying to figure out why any of that, like the why. Why does the why matter? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Like
What do you
regardless
mean?
of regardless of why it's exclusive to PlayStation, like whether it was through a deal or just a favor or just Square just fucking wants it to be on PlayStation and
Oh,
PlayStation
the why?
only. It's just like I'm trying to figure out why these bots care. Like why do
Oh,
you
I
need
I can tell
why?
you why they care, cause they they follow someone like us though. They follow someone like all these people that say that it's coming to Game Pass if day one after the exclusivity deal is over. When, in a matter of fact, Square Enix never once announced it for Xbox.
They didn't.
So they made the assumption.
Yep. And it's just like at this point, I think y'all all need to stop trying to cope and bargain and reason or whatever the hell you're doing to get over the fact that this game isn't coming to your system and just either you want to play it or you don't. And if you do want to play it, just get a PlayStation. It's that simple. If I want to play future Bethesda games from this point on, I will get an Xbox or a PC. Like I just some things you just have to deal with. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like I get it, it's your preferred platform and you want to play it there, but I mean, like how long have y'all been in these gaming streets where like this is new information to you? You should be well aware that all these consoles have exclusives and to pick the best console that fits your needs. Like I just that shit just like the way that people get so upset about games being exclusive to something, a platform, especially a platform that they don't like or don't own, is beyond me. And a lot of these, the crazy thing is, a lot of these Xbox fans own a PS5, and they
I
they
was
don't want to play it on there.
literally,
Like
I
what?
was literally about to say that,
They
Morgan.
own the fucking system, but they don't want to play it on that system. They want to play it on their fucking Xbox. That makes no sense to me. Like what?
I can't stress this enough. I read some tweet from Dutch, what his name is. He's like, I'm a huge fan, always been a Final Fantasy fan, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna support Square Enix. So you have a PlayStation 5, mind you, and you're opted not to play Crisis Core, a remaster or a remake people have been begging for, and part 2 for a game that you're hyped up. Couldn't be me.
No.
Would
Facts.
never be me. Never.
Oh my god! Like I can't with these. Like, are you a gamer? That's the real question I have to ask these people. Are you a gamer? Like, are we really so loyal to these specific boxes that if it doesn't come to the one that I like, I'm gonna boycott this company? Like, that's what we're doing? Like, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, Omar,
I
could
don't
be
know
me.
what to tell you, dude. I I have read some of the craziest shit on Twitter. Yo, Ghost, I need
You.
your opinion about the chat. First of all,
Uh,
you don't care that much about the Final Fantasy franchise, right?
I mean, I'm a fan. I'm not a super fan.
Uh, are you going to play Super Remake Part 2 and Crisis Core?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so,
I'm just. I I like the games and I play them at my leisure and I'll buy all of them. But I'm really enjoying all the Xbox tiers. I'm just soaking it all in.
uh, so what's your thoughts on people having the all platforms yet boycotting the game because it's not on your preferred platform? Do you roll like that?
The people that say they have all platforms, I don't believe them. I don't
They
believe them.
do. They actually do. Like
I don't
they
believe
put pictures, they post pictures, and I know them. They play games and stuff like that, and they really are doing it. Like they made themselves believe that Super Remake is going to Xbox when Square Enix never once said that.
So if you explain this logic then to me. If you have all platforms, why are you then crying that it's not coming to Xbox? That
That
makes no sense
is
to me.
the conundrum goes. Like nobody understands.
I mean, and
We
that's
don't
why I
know.
say I don't. That's why I say I don't believe them. I mean, that's like me, as a car aficionado crying about. Well, I mean, well, why can't I buy an Alfa Romeo? Like, well, why can't I buy a Bugatti? I mean, I've got everything else. It makes no sense to me. As a person that likes to eat food, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, why can't I get a Big Mac at Wendy's? This just
Facts.
it boggles my mind. So
It's
I
bizarre.
just I call bullshit on it. If you own all, if you own all platforms, then just get it on the platform that it comes on. That is the whole point of exclusivity. That is the whole point when you bring someone to your platform. I like a certain type, for my everyday drivers. I like Lexus. I like the service that I get. I like just the feel of them. I like when I go in there, I get catered to a certain way. Okay. And so I prefer for my everyday driver to be a Lexus. Now, just like I like PlayStation, they provide me with the games. They provide me with, the stuff that I want, the innovation, VR, new controllers, whatever the case may be. Okay. So that's why I prefer them. And so if a game comes to Xbox that I'm interested in, then I would get an Xbox to experience it. I wouldn't cry about it. It's not coming. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe I'm just too damn old, or maybe I got too much common sense. But that's
Now
just
you're
my
normal.
explanation.
That's your issue. You're too much normal.
No, what kills me is that the fact that a lot of them said they bought a PS5 strictly for the exclusives, but then when an exclusive like Final Fantasy comes out for exclusively for PS5, they're like, "What the fuck?" No, I'm like,
And
But
"Is
these
that the reason you bought your PS5?"
and
Like,
these
but
are
but
the
not but
same.
not only that, but these are the motherfuckers that said the moment Starfield and all that shit was
I was about to
exclusive.
say that.
Yeah, here they come
an Xbox,
telling us to buy an Xbox,
get you an
and
Xbox if you want to play it.
they got caught in 4K. Like they can't even take it back.
But
That
then
shit
they'll
is
argue with you. That's not the same because it's first party. Xbox bought them. PlayStation didn't buy Square. That's not fair. I'm like, okay,
So where was that same energy when it
with
comes
like Tomb
to
Raider.
Octopath Traveler?
Oh, true.
I never had any of that energy. Where was that energy when Yakuza 7 was the case?
mhm.
I never had that same energy.
Mm,
At the end of the
mm,
day, what happened is this will follow. They got Persona, so they thought 7 Remake is next,
yep. Royally
and
disappointed.
7 Remake is not next, and they're crying about it.
They don't
And
Exactly.
care.
They don't want to
They
play it
don't care
anyway.
about
So
the game. They don't care about the game. They care about the W that they would have got
nope,
if had
yes,
that game came. That's all.
I
exactly.
That's all.
Luca said it best at the very end. They don't care about the game. They only care about getting that W, which is
Mm-hmm.
again, it's so fictional. It's so fucking weird for me. Like, Ghost know me. I am doing everything I can to play the game that I can't do. If I can't, I have literally pirated games just so I can experience them. Like, to me, as much as that quote unquote wrong, that's literally what a gamer does if he or she wants to play games. Link, what's your thoughts on everything we discussed?
I just kind of hopped in here. Are you talking about the X bots complaining about Final Fantasy?
Yep. And are you
Okay,
excited about what you're seeing when it comes to
I'm
Final
very
Fantasy?
I'm very excited about what I've seen from them. I didn't play Crisis Core, but I'm interested in playing it now because I didn't have a PSP. Well, I had a PSP briefly, but not long enough to play that game.
I am in your
So yeah,
camp, actually. I remember giving my PSP away and didn't finish
yeah, I
Crisis
bought it.
Core.
I gave it to my nephew, and I'm just never the the handheld gaming never caught on for me, but I'm excited to see this game with some updated visuals and updated gameplay. So I'm excited about that. And of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I love Final Fantasy VII. It's probably my top 3 favorite games of all time. So I'm super excited. As far as people being upset, they're acting as though Square Enix promised them something, and that
Never
never
did.
actually happened. Never happened. The game had a 1-year exclusivity, but they didn't say where the game was going after that 1 year was up. The game went to PC, but they never promised Xbox players that the game was coming to their console. So it's not like they lied to them or tricked them. This is kind of how console gaming has always been. Companies strike deals to get exclusive content for their platform to bring value to their platform. I don't see the issue here. Microsoft has decided to buy up a bunch of publishers to get content for their platform. They're not upset about that. So
Surely not.
it's hypocritical. It's silly. People like Kid Smooth, who owns a PlayStation, being upset doesn't make any sense. If you wanted, you got a PlayStation already. Play the fucking game on the PlayStation. If you're a true gamer, you're gonna go where the games are. When I wanted to play,
thank you.
Back in the day,
Fucking
when I wanted to play, when I was a kid and I had Super Nintendo, my best friend had a Sega Genesis, and I wanted, I go to his house to play Sonic the Hedgehog, and I wanted that game. I wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog. And I begged my parents until they bought me a Sega Genesis so I could play Sonic and all those other Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, all those games that weren't on the Nintendo. I got the platform to play the game. I didn't sit over there and get upset with Sega because they weren't putting Sonic on Nintendo. Like, that's just not how gaming goes. So we have all these different platforms. There's different games on these platforms. There's diversity. If the game is not on your platform, get the platform where the game is. And that's as simple as it is. All this upset, all this crying, it's crazy because if you look at most of these guys, right, the previous Final Fantasies that were on Xbox, like Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 13. What's the one with lightning? Is that 13?
13.
Was that 12? That's 13. How many of these guys played those games on an Xbox console?
Most of them never touched it until it was on Game Pass.
Right. And these games, if you look at the sales, they didn't sell very well. Final Fantasy games have not sold very well on the Xbox platform. So there's not a huge incentive for Square Enix to really, really rush to put these games over there anyway. So it just really is a big fuss about nothing. Get the platform where the game is. It's that simple.
So let's talk about the sales for a second.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, Morgan. Go first.
I was just gonna say,
according to Hades, sales don't matter because it's already sold well on Xbox, PlayStation. Why does it matter if it's gonna sell well on Xbox or not?
Facts.
The motherfuckers don't buy games, man. Come on, man. Let's stop that right there.
But Xbox is the growing platform. They're gonna be number one, guys. Like, people are gonna have to respect Xbox. They're in this. They're serious about gaming now.
So you want Square Enix to work and have their devs create a port for a console? That's manpower. That costs money. And then for them to put the game over there, they don't buy it, and then they whine and beg and complain until it goes into Game Pass, and they accept whatever minuscule payment that Microsoft gives them for that service. Mm-hmm. No, they're not doing it.
Facts.
Yeah. It's just like, so I keep seeing one of my homies, and I give him, I'm saying that's my boy. He buys everything honestly, but I hate to tell him, but some of the stuff that they keep trying to attribute to things being multi-platform have absolutely nothing to do with that. One of their biggest claims, recently, was what was it? Tales of Arise selling the most it ever had. And I was like, this is the first Tales game I've ever bought day one. I was like, it has nothing to do with it being on Xbox as to why it sold a lot. It's on PlayStation, PC, and Xbox day one, and I promise you, the sales loser in that whole battle is always Xbox. But there's a reason why they never told us the split. They know the split. Capcom knows because Capcom, when they come out with their fiscal year, they always show and they always talk about how PlayStation is usually 70% or more of their entire sales revenue. Like, so you can't sit there and tell me, oh, this is the reason why it's one of the fastest selling. No, PlayStation is one of the reasons. Hell, PC could even be the reason, but Xbox is not the reason it broke 2 million. They're shoring up, maybe 200,000-300,000 at the end somewhere, and that's about it. They're pulling up cute numbers compared to everybody else. PlayStation fans are the ones supporting this stuff. And they're like they got every excuse in the world why, like, oh, you need more time. The fans got to get used to it and all this shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's not what y'all said the other day. Like, I heard all these huge JRPG fans. They just won all these games. Yet at the same time, all I heard for years were Xbox dudes talking shit about how Japanese games didn't matter. Hell, they still talking shit.
Yeah, I still see it all the time. Like, just gets down to like racist shit. Like, who wants to play those Japanese games? This Japanese company. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What is this?
Like Kid Swoop said the other day that he thinks Final Fantasy is trash, but you up here crying about it with the rest of these dudes, and you don't even want it.
Nope.
Not really.
He said he gonna pirate it and then not play it. I was like, but what does that do though? What does that do to Square at the end of the day?
Absolutely nothing.
What point do you think you've proven?
And he proved that PlayStation fans love and support Square, and they should join first party and say fuck the rest of these hoes. That's what they proved.
Come home, Square.
Come home.
Okay.
I mean, you also realize you also got to realize that, like, Square, all those other Final Fantasy games are on Game Pass, like, the earlier ones.
Yep.
And you realize that, like, Square has those analytics and has that data to see, like, how many times it's been downloaded, or even the hours played. And so for them, it's a financial decision to see, like, why we're not going to put it. We know that we sell a majority because, I mean, at the end of the day, they're here to make money, right? All these companies are, you would think. And so they want to put it on the platform that's going to buy it, that's going to buy whatever DLC or content or deluxe editions or super fucking edition, whatever, you know what I'm saying? PlayStation players are going to buy it. And when you put it on a service, I mean, this goes back to what I said earlier and what a lot of people, Omar, Morgan, all you all have said, is that you're starting to see, as you just saw on that show, the Xbox show, that a lot of third-party devs are not going to be putting their games day and date first party, and this is the slow roll. And I think a lot of this outrage is that a lot of people are reminding these guys that this is what's going to happen. This is what's happening.
Yep.
Is that you're not going to get the Batmans. You're not going to get, what I'm saying, the Final Fantasy 16s, the Final 7 remakes. You're not going to get the Gotham Knights. You're not going to get all these first-party games that are coming, the third-party games that are coming out. They're not going to go because at the end of the day, these companies want to make money. And plain and simple, I don't understand that, and that's why I'm saying, like, if there are any Xbox fans listening, because you all have chose not to buy and support the devs and support the developers and these game makers, because you wait for everything to come to Game Pass, you have only one person and one company to blame for why you don't get these games in your service, because you don't buy them. Simple as that.
Hey, at the very end, to me, it was genuinely eye-opening. That Bethesda showcase, to me, I'm not trying to change the subject, I'm just trying to emphasize how their mindset works, and also how Xbox mindset works. They hardly showed any AAA title at that Bethesda showcase, because they couldn't show anything. They needed to show something that's going to Game Pass. Everything they have shown went to Game Pass, and besides what's called Diablo 4.
Diablo, yeah.
Which is, I'm probably gonna see it in Game Pass after the acquisition is completed.
Mhm.
Um, so we're gonna go back to that talk again. PlayStation and Square. Are they buying them, yes or no?
It lit in my soul.
Should they
Yeah,
buy
I
them?
mean,
I think
honestly,
they should.
I think they should. They just need to lock it up. They need to put a ring on it. They need to cut all the hope off, from all these single Xbox niggas. You know what I'm saying? Hoping they can scoop up the
Oh,
girl. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
the amount of
Yeah.
tears that would
I
flow.
feel you.
Yeah.
Before you go,
Married,
Morgan.
Insomniac's gonna be the best man. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? Like
man,
it's all good.
that
Everybody
nigga
gonna be
lit.
there.
Okay.
Hmm.
Before we continue, C Fresh, hello, and the Forgetful Gamer, hello. Morgan, should they?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should buy Square. I mean, like we already see, just not only just from the other day, but just the years of the relationship between Sony and Square. Like it's just they obviously they obviously, work well together. They do well together. I mean, it makes sense, especially in a time where, Microsoft is locking down all these publishers, you know, make you know, make Sony and PlayStation the home of JRPGs as it should be. Like lock Square down, give them the resources and time and everything that they need to continue to make, these amazing JRPGs and, make Square the home, PlayStation the home of Square. Like I think everybody would be happy about that. Well, not everybody, but I think
Uh,
PlayStation PlayStation
gotcha.
Nation would be very, very, very happy with that. So hell yeah.
Gotcha. We. Don't worry about me, he's asleep. Link, he might be.
Might be.
I think that it's logical. It makes sense. Makes good business sense. The games, their most successful games are with Sony. So it would make sense for them to be acquired. And I think it will happen. Um, I hope it does. So I mean, I think it's a good idea for Sony to go ahead and put a ring on it. You know what I mean? It's, as they say, and make this partnership complete by just go ahead and bringing them into the fold. Um, it won't make. There'll be some people that'll be upset about it, but this particular group of people don't support Square Enix games anyway. So,
X.
um, you know, so it makes sense. It makes sense for Sony to go ahead
Gotcha.
and purchase them. Yeah.
Weeb, you here? Going once,
Try not to make him
going
last.
twice. Yeah, he might be asleep.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Dreams, Steve.
I do believe they should buy them, and I'm waiting on when it's gonna happen. It's like it's no longer funny anymore.
I just don't think I just don't think I've seen a better match. Like they
Yep.
have a
Right.
similar cadence to how they work with release windows. They have worked in as almost an integral part of PlayStation for years. You know what I
Yep.
mean? PlayStation has constantly pulled them out of, financial situations and other things
Yep.
going on. Originally, their partnership even came about when Nintendo, backed away from, the deal going on
Final Fantasy, yeah.
with Final Fantasy. Yeah. So I mean, PlayStation has been rocking with them heavy
Oh
since
man. He said that
1995.
we were down for the bad times. We're trying to be here for your
Yeah,
good times.
Yep.
like when they say you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, PlayStation was in there shooting with
And
Square in the
You
gym.
know.
Like,
remember when Square was ready to stand on their own feet, PlayStation sold them their shares back.
Mm-hmm.
So
So here you
PlayStation
go,
was
boo.
never once malicious about it. They only wanted the best for Square. And reminder, not one, not two, but now 3 games are being developed exclusively for PlayStation. You have Valkyrie Elysium, you have what's called
Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2.
And
And
Forspoken. And
and
yeah.
Forspoken. Thank you very much for the
Yep.
reminder.
Mhm.
That's timed exclusive, but still, so far, like,
Shit,
and not
3
to
years.
mention, I
But you
think,
know how that goes. You know how that goes.
yeah,
Who knows if that'll ever be on Xbox?
it's timed exclusivity for 2 years. Shout out to Chris Righteous for correcting me. I always believed
Mhm.
it was 3 years.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah, 2 years, yeah. Shout out to Chris Righteous for correcting me.
We'll have another game on the way by then.
Oh yeah, for sure. Weep, final time. And then I'm gonna give you your sleep. Yeah, he's asleep. It's over. With that being said, let's talk about. It was actually a very slow news day. I'm not gonna talk about that controller because I need actual tangible evidence for it before I
You
can
talking about the Pro
discuss it.
controller?
The Pro controller.
I
DualSense
mean,
Pro.
I'm still pretty sure that the focus of that controller is essentially going to be a
Back
paddle
button, eh?
system. Yeah, because that's the entire point of Pro controllers
And
is
Nate's
the
very
paddle
excited
system.
about this Pro controller.
It's
So,
all it all depends on the price, eh?
Well, yeah. Like I said, they need to if they can nail the 129 to 149 price point, it'll be ridiculously good. It'll be perfect because everyone else is $200.
Yep. 250 for the Elite 2
yeah.
controller, I think, yeah?
Usually it's 199, 179 on sale, but still. But yeah, for you guys over there, yeah, 250, because
Yeah, but
the
still,
the
you're
money.
rocking with old gen hardware. This is
Oh yeah,
this is next gen.
yeah. I mean, given the difference, like I said, if the key to that price point is just 2 back buttons rather than 4, I think they should do that because most people I know that even have the 4 paddles only use 2 back buttons. So if they can just add the 2 on the back and then whatever else they want to do customize wise to nail it at 149, I think it'll be perfect. I'll get one for sure.
Gotcha. Dragon Dogma 2. Whoever played here Dragon Dogma before?
Yeah, I have. I own it on
Go?
PlayStation and PC.
Go? You played Dragon Dogma?
You
No, I haven't.
step away for a minute and they're already killing you off here.
Oh, man, Weave's back.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Wave. Ghost, you played Dragon Dogma?
No, I haven't.
Okay. If you're interested, it's $5 right now with the DLC included. I recommend it. Link, you played Dragon Dogma?
Yes, I own it. Did not like it. So not really excited about the next one. But if I could try it out,
Gotcha.
so
Morgan,
No, I did not.
if you got $5, it's $5, and I recommend it.
Tell me a little bit about it, like
So
a quick
it's
synopsis.
basically, you ever play Shadow of the Colossus?
Yes.
Okay, now imagine Shadow of the Colossus and The Witcher 3 had a party together,
Oh,
a
okay.
baby together. So basically, you're out there hunting enemies, killing enemies. You got story and you got dragons, and you can actually climb on the top of a troll, on top of an enemy, and
Okay, so
literally
like
stab
responsive.
them.
Okay.
Or you can be a mage,
Okay.
and there is a unique mechanic where you create your own character and you can send it on with someone else on an adventure, and in return you get goodies and stuff like that. I highly recommend it. Amazing game.
I
For
have to
five
check that out.
bucks, you can't miss it out.
I'm about to say $5. I can't complain. I have to try that out.
I'd
Yeah.
recommend the try for $5. Yeah.
Okay. Let me
wait a minute.
Or real quick.
You're gonna buy a game? You're gonna spend money on a video game?
I know,
Oh
right?
man.
You're not
More
gonna
fun
wait
stuff
for
out
it
here
to
in these
come to a
streets.
service?
Oh man.
What?
Oh man. Not me buying it right now though. Oh Jesus.
Weeb.
Yes, I've played it, didn't finish it. Planning to go back to it at some point, but yeah, too much shit to play.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Damn,
sequel
sorry. So
sounds interesting. Yeah, I
Uh,
know the thing is, what's daunting is there's no fast travel in the game, and yeah, yeah, it's sort of like almost like a MMO in the sense that it's an open world,
mm-hmm.
lots of things to do, but yeah, narrative wise, it's not as strong as The Witcher 3, I would say. But I do get the comparison when you make that sort of a combination between Shadow of the Colossus and Witcher 3, because it's pretty cool when you have these large monsters and you can actually climb them and attack them
The
from their back.
music,
Yeah. And the
also the
music
game, the combat, yeah, it is
yeah.
fun. Also, not gonna lie, I was a mage, so I would hide behind a wall, uh, uh, what's called a tree or a boulder, and I summon fucking tornado and not lighting, meteor on the fucking dragon.
Yeah, a lot of a lot of the skills, the execution was crazy. Like
Yeah,
the chanting
how
effect.
how long is the
broken as
game?
fuck. Oh,
That
it's
was probably
long.
long as fuck.
It's long.
Yeah.
Oh
50
damn.
plus hour plus including
Yeah,
DLC,
okay. I should know.
plus
All right.
in, plus including Dark Arisen, plus including the second half, which is a disaster. Not gonna lie, the second half is horrible. I don't know if they patched it, but basically it becomes an MMORPG. What I mean by that is there is an enemy, a boss fight with shit ton of health, and you just do damage. You don't ever see it die. It will die when it die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that I hope they patch that shit, cause boy oh boy. You remember that in
Unless
8?
you're Nate. Yeah, I was gonna say unless you're Nate and you play the most OP
Oh,
class
here
in the
he go.
game and
Here he
beat the
go.
shit out of
Talking about
him.
his
But
cheating
yeah,
ass. Here we go.
hey, I can't help. I looked up how to beat his ass.
Oh man.
Oh
Mm-mm-mm.
man.
You see how he is?
In 8 is in
Hey man, it's called
Every
Okay.
day.
strategy. It's called strategy, people.
Hey,
Oh man.
smart thinking.
Jesus.
Ghost, do you have a show tomorrow?
Yes.
Do you know what we're gonna play?
Uh, we'll play some Diablo.
Oh, sure. With that being said, what time? 11:30 my time?
4:30. I got stuff to do in the morning.
4:30 your time, that's an 11:30 my time. I mean
Yep.
10:30 my time.
Yep.
With that being said, anyone have anything else they want to add to any conversation we had?
Yeah,
Mm.
I'd like shout out to all my Xbox people out there,
Oh
that
man.
stated that, PC is an extension in an
Oh jeez.
ecosystem of Xbox. Uh, yeah, because apparently, they should all feel wonderful and amazing about, Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to Steam as an extension of the Xbox. And
Mm.
it just looks like you bought the wrong Xbox. So yeah, maybe buy the other Xbox next time. Oh man, I love it.
Damn. Not like this.
With that being said,
Ooh,
anyone else
Dragon's
have
Dogma
anything to
just
add? Yeah,
finished
Morgan?
downloading. Nah, I just the Dragon's Dogma finished downloading on my PlayStation.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
Um,
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't help but give all the smoke.
yeah,
I'm
no,
just sick.
it's
I'm just sick of all the bullshit. Like,
it's
stop saying stuff you don't mean. Stop lying. Stop all the fake. I'm a neutral. I play all my stuff equally and all this shit. And then you start crying next week when the game don't come to X platform. Nah, stop.
It,
Mm-hmm.
Stop lying.
especially that lady, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid purchasing all games on PlayStation from now on until
Wait, who said that?
Final Fantasy 7. I'll show you. They
Oh,
deleted it
man.
though. They deleted
She
it,
not
but
only she
Yes, she
deleted
did.
it, she made her account private. Cause me and Akira we destroyed her ass when it comes to what's called. She is a fan of the Switch, and she is okay with a game like Beth says. What's called um, Bayonetta
Yeah.
existing on Switch.
yeah.
Did she want it on?
Yo,
She wanted it on Switch, or she wanted it on Xbox?
no. So she's a fan of Switch, and she is
Okay.
okay with games like Bayonetta existing.
No, I'm saying she wanted Square to the Final Fantasy to come to Switch.
No,
Well,
Xbox, Xbox, Xbox.
yeah, to
Xbox.
Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yo,
the account literally is just a clout chaser.
oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
it posts whatever's hot that week. They're like, oh, how dare that not happen? Or everyone should get to play. Or it's one of those accounts.
Yep.
oh
Yo,
man.
Quabzilla in the house. Shout out to you, dude. And yeah, he called it. He said Monster Hunter Rise is Switch exclusive. I am not hearing any backlash from that.
Mm-hmm.
No, they not.
I never had a peep from my Xbox brethren.
I mean,
Same with Fantasy.
they got nothing to say about Switch exclusivity.
Same with Fantasy Star Online. Never had anything from my Xbox brethren. What happened? With that being said, you know it is. Shout out to everyone who came through. We're gonna get our outro. We're gonna start with the person that came through as a guest. Link, where people can find you.
Let's see on Twitter. You know, not really. You know, I might hop in here every now and then. On you know, when Sick Humor goes live, I'll be in there sometimes.
You're welcome.
Jazz's podcast every now and then grinds my gears. That's about it. Lurking here and there. You know.
Gotcha. And Nate, where people can find you.
Online at The Real Nate or PSN at a Nate. Also on, my RTX 3080 Xbox, at The Real Nate. Just gaming all the time, man. All the time, every time.
Gotcha. Morgan, where people can find you.
Hey everybody, it's Morgan, aka Chill Bandit. You guys can find me on Twitter at Chill Bandit. And don't worry, as you all's favorite Xbox ambassador, I'm gonna do my best to get more
Are you
exclusives.
still one?
I will not stand this Final Fantasy to being taken away from us. Don't worry, we're gonna get something else. I'm gonna work out some deals. I'm gonna talk to Phil, so don't worry about it. It's gonna get done.
Do you have Phil Spencer number on speed dial?
No, but I got connects who are connected to Phil, so I just gotta hit up a couple people, and we'll get it done. Don't worry, Xbox. There's always 2023, 2024, 2025. One of them years. All right, we're gonna get there. I promise.
This also, I would not be surprised if after the third one come out, and it's a year or two, then they announce all three to play to Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's what I believe. I think they're gonna wait until all three are out.
Yep.
But shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to the chat. Thanks for coming through as always. See you guys next Saturday.
Before we continue our outro, I was reminded of something. Yo, Nate, it really seems to me that Starfield is 30 FPS only.
That's looking real rough.
But Colt got it to 60 though.
Mm-hmm.
What is the gymnastic going to be with this one? Oh my god.
It's like already modded it and the game ain't even out. Like what are we doing here? He had to put that thing through Adobe to get it to 60 FPS.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, I'll show them how to do it on my RTX 3080.
You see, did you guys hear about? I don't know if you talked about this about Digital Foundry going in on Microsoft because of some misleading information about Forza.
Yeah, I've watched the clips. I've
I
been seeing
didn't
it floating around.
understood it that much. Maybe Innate, you can explain it.
I did. The only thing that I saw revealed was that they said it was Xbox footage, and it wasn't. It was PC.
It's PC.
Yeah, Link, what
It's
did they say?
PC.
Yeah.
It's PC footage. And another thing is that the footage that Microsoft showed off at their showcase, they said was gameplay. But then come to find out, the people at Turn 10 said it was replay footage, which during replay footage, they're actually
Yeah, it
able
gives
to
you, like, the
use
best angles and stuff.
ray tracing with global illumination. And so I
man.
think Alex Battaglia from Digital Foundry is like, that's not gameplay. That's replay footage.
Man.
You're able to hype up the graphics a little bit more because you're not playing the game. He said you can't pass this off as gameplay. It's not gameplay.
Damn, not Xbox getting called out on they shit. They said, look, it's technically gameplay because somebody played it. It's just being replayed.
Morgan, as an Xbox as ambassador, what's going on? Where is
It's
your
technically gameplay because somebody played it. It was just being replayed. Okay, like look,
Where is Phil Spencer when you need him?
Phil, write me my check. I'm doing your job. Like, come on. Yeah, we spending this.
Do you guys believe that the Starfield footage was running on an Xbox console or a PC?
Definitely Xbox because it was running at 24 FPS.
God, I hope that was Xbox. You know what?
I think it was a PC.
For Xbox fans' sakes, I pray to God that was PC. That was fucking Xbox. Because if it was PC, and that's the best it looks on PC, Jesus.
Lord. They in trouble for real.
Like, so I hope that was Xbox. I really do.
I want to see the Series S version. That's the one I want to see.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Thank you for coming through, Viper.
480p,
Man.
15 frames.
Textures, Jesus.
When it rains, it pours. Yeah, shout out to Xbox. Where people can find you?
I'm here. You can find me on Twitter as the Weep Sheriff at Infinite Rhizo, YouTube it's Blue Rhizo, and as your resident author ambassador, I'm here to confirm that Final Fantasy VII Remake is never going to appear on Xbox. I'm sorry.
Oh, y'all heard it here first. We said it.
Yeah.
Otter Nation,
bro.
My other Damus is speaking.
We've said he's gonna build it just a little bit higher.
Oh man.
I love it.
Oh, remember, Xbox Showcase was amazing. So why did you forget about it when Square Enix revealed Final Fantasy?
It just erased all that hype they had. Oh,
what happened to Starfield? Thousand Planet. And that came out. Not only is it four major cities, it's also going to be procedural number generated. Yeah.
Everybody's surprised. Oh wow.
Wait, I have a question. I have one more question.
Go ahead.
About Starfield. All right, so you cannot actually you can't fly from the surface of the planet to space or vice versa, right?
Yeah, they can tell you all about that.
Okay, but Howard said you can land anywhere on the planet. How are you going to do that?
See, that's what I said. That was the question I asked him. I said, if you can land anywhere on the planet, how the hell am I supposed to know if I landed in the spot I picked? They could just put me anywhere. I could pick the right side of the planet, click on it, but then I'm automatically put there. How would I know I landed where I wanted to? Is the question. Because they could just put me anywhere.
Just don't sound right to me. Something's
That's
off.
what I'm saying. It's like how you gonna tell me I can go anywhere on this planet But there's no smooth transition for me to land. Like there's no proof that I landed where I wanted to land. So I don't know. That's weird to me.
Hey.
It just works.
It just
Yep.
works. I love it.
Wait, shut up.
16 times the detail, part 2.
Oh
Just wait.
man.
Now,
Oh,
apparently 16 times the detail is not the first one. Apparently he lied about Elder Scrolls Online or something like that. I forgot which one it is. But he lied about some game.
man.
And with that being said,
Nelson Howard. Jesus.
yeah, with that being said, Ghost, where people can find you.
And just find me, just roaming around on the PlayStation Network, Ghost in the Shell 55, and on Sundays at Ghost in the Garage Gaming. I'm needing anyone that plays Destiny to come help me because I need some help. But exactly.
Hit up,
but yeah, that's where you
what's
find
his
me.
name? Persona. He played Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's where you find me.
Yeah. You want to play something right now?
Yeah, I'm playing Diablo right now.
Okay, so after we're done with the stream, I'm gonna jump in and we're gonna play. Yeah.
Well, not y'all actually gaming. Gamers gaming. Hold up.
I mean,
Can't have
yes.
that.
I'm gonna game so much. I need to wake up my kitten so I can put my what's called mic, link it to my PlayStation because I'm gonna go play with him next. With that being said, thank you all for coming through. It was a great show. Short, on the shorter side, we had a few people, and well, no, people came through. It just not a lot of topic, but it was a great conversation. Shout out to everyone that came through, and see you next week. Bye.